Not allowed on bicep day. Feeling good? Any questions before we get started? All you're going to need today is a stick, and then if you have weights, get those. Ideally, we're going to have something that weighs kind of light, pretty light, and then we're going to have something that is a little heavier. So it doesn't matter if you have dumbbells, those are going to be perfect. If you don't have dumbbells, a backpack will work with some books in it for your heavy deal, and then you can just grab some canned goods or a couple of water bottles filled with water. That'll work too. We're going to use some tempo to make lightweight heavy today. Give a couple seconds. We had a bunch of people just jump on. Anybody that was on Monday's deal, how do we feel? Did that feel pretty good? All loosened up. Was anybody sore from Monday at all? Yeah, no, maybe. All right, cool. Good deal. So we're going to start with 2 dumbbells or 2 bottles of water. Anything you got, we want to, again, something that's kind of light. We're going to do what's called a 21. So we're going to stand up. We got to make sure our core and our butt is engaged because we don't want to see any of this. If at any point today we need some help, it's okay to use our legs to pop the weight up to help us, but we don't want to get into this motion. We don't want our hips to go front and back and use that spine. We can use our legs to give us a boost because we're trying to go up, and we also don't want to agitate our back. So our core's tight, butt's tight. We're going to do 7 reps from the bottom to the middle to where your elbow hits 90 degrees. So 7 reps here. Then we're going to do 7 reps where we go from the middle to the top like this. You guessed it, the next 7 are going to be a full rep range, okay? So that's why we call it 21s. All right? So let's get started. Grab your weights. Right here, shoulders back, core tight. We're going to go from the bottom to 90. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Keep those elbows tucked in the side. 4, 5, 6, and then 7, going all the way up, okay? We're going to go down to the middle. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 7, all the way. 7, 6, 5. Again, you can use those legs to help you. Just don't use that back. 3, 2, 1. All right, set those down. Grab your stick. We're going to do a little stretch in between each one of these to kind of get those biceps long and that shoulder long. You're going to grab palms facing forward, stick behind your butt. Broomstick is great. PVC is great. Anything you got is great. We're just going to try to lift off as hard as you can. Squeeze those shoulder blades back. Get a big stretch in the front of that arm and the front of that shoulder. We're going to talk a lot about the relationship between the bicep and the shoulder. So we all know that biceps are the front of the arm. They're there for guys to make the big gun show, make your shirt sleeve bulge out. For the ladies, nice toned arms. That's all well and good. But the bicep has a lot of function other than just flexing the elbow. The bicep, we're going to keep that stick back out, by the way. The bicep, at the very end of its range of motion, also flexes the shoulder a little bit. So it does this curl, but at the very end of its range of motion, it also starts to help lift the elbow along with the muscles here, the serratus, and all those intercostals. It helps that as well as some of the shoulder blade muscles. So there's a very intimate relationship between your bicep, you can relax the stick, between your bicep and your shoulder. So when we do the 21s on this set, I really want you to focus, especially the range of motion here at the top. Lift that elbow a little bit. Lift that elbow a little bit. When you're doing the bottom rep, it doesn't really have much effect. But for this top 7 here, at the very end, I want you to move that elbow forward slightly, and you'll feel that peak up here. Also, for the full range of motion, we're going to do the same thing. So again, our focus is going to be at the very top, pulling that elbow forward just a little bit to really complete that bicep action. All right, grab your weights. Here we go. We've got 7, 7, 7. We're going to do the bottom half first. Here we go. Shoulders back, core tight. You can use your legs. You're not allowed to use your spine. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, top half. Remember that elbow is going to slightly come up. 7, 6, 5, squeeze hard. 4, focus on that bicep. 3, 2, 1, full range of motion. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Excellent work. We're going to grab our stick. Anybody have any questions? We're going to hold this stretch for about 45 seconds. So if you have a question on this, if you're not feeling it in your biceps, if your shoulder's a little achy, yell at me right now. It'd be a great time. In the meantime, lift that stick off your back, shoulders down and back, push this stick back towards the wall behind you. You can kind of play with compressing the stick, so trying to push the stick together, trying to pull the stick apart in the middle. So right now I'm pushing the stick out, and I'm going to try to push it in. Just those little subtle movements. There's not actually a movement, it's isometric. So just those little subtle efforts help tremendously. Pull out, pull in all the way, or the whole time you're trying to reach back. 10, 9, the ocho, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How we feel? Feel good? All right, kids. We got one more go of this. Grab those weights. Shoulders back. Here we go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Middle to the top. Elbow lifts up at the top. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Full range. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Grab your stick real quick. Real quick. I forgot something inside. Grab your stick. We're lifting off our butt. Squeezing together. Squeezing the stick together behind you, trying to lift off your butt as far as possible. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Pull the stick apart. Squeeze together. Pull the stick apart. Push together. Pull apart. Last one. Good deal. All right, relax. Okay, now we're going to go heavy. So get your bag. If you've got heavier dumbbells, it's going to be great. We're going to start. You're going to be kneeling down. My toes are going to be up. So you want your toes on the ground. So don't point them flat like that. You need to be up on your toes. We're going to sink back into our butt. And we're going to use our hips and our body momentum to just pop up. We're going to get our dumbbells held high. Or if you have a bag or a case of water or whatever you're using is fine. And then we're going to slowly control the weight down. If you can, I'd like you to change your grip from supine, where the palm is facing up, to neutral. to where it's kind of facing inside. So our palms would be like we're clapping, okay? So we're going to be here. We're going to pop. 8, 7, 6. The number to 6 is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay? We're going to do 5 reps here. Get my toys. All right. Is everybody ready? If you don't have dumbbells and you have some sort of apparatus where you have to be palms up, it's not the end of the world. It's okay. Here we go. Up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's important that we keep our shoulders back. This is also going to be a lot of core work and a lot of glute work. Make sure that you're not arching your back. Here we go. Number 2. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. Up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. 2 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Good. Your boy, weak arms. Here we go. Up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Woo. All right. Good job. How we feel on that? We feel good? All right. We're going to take our bag. If you have a kettlebell, you can grab that. If you just got your stick, that's fine too. We're going to hold behind us, flipping our grip. So last time our grip was palms forward. Now we're going to be palms back. It's going to get a little bit more of the shoulder and where the bicep kind of interact. We're going to be here. And again, we're going to try to lift the apparatus off our butt. Okay? Grab that kettlebell, grab that stick, whatever you've got, palms facing back behind you, and lift off your butt. Squeeze, keep those abs tight. We're kneeling up tall. Don't be sunk back here. Kneel up tall. Keep those abs tight. Try to pull apart on your stick, your kettlebell. Feel the stretch in the front of that shoulder. As I mentioned before, your shoulder, especially the front part of your shoulder, and your biceps have a very intimate relationship. They all mess around together. Trying to lift off your butt. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. All right. Good deal. We're going to rest for about 60 seconds. Those eccentrics, we want to rest a little bit longer because the body's working even harder there. What questions we got? How we feeling?
Feeling good.
All right, cool. Does everybody feel good about those? Does anybody have kind of a weird setup that you want me to kind of adjust for you?
I'm using dumbbells and resistance bands, but I'm doing fine.
I like that. I like that. Resistance bands are fantastic for this. As you get to the top and you're stronger, that band is pulling harder. And then as you get lower and that lever arm gets into a weaker mechanical advantage, then the band's pulling less. The bands are a great thing to add to this. If you want to get something crazy, like get your dog attached to the band, and like have it run around and the band's going all crazy, I do weird things. All right, here we go. Let's get back up. You're going to grab those dumbbells again. You can use your hips and your legs to help you back up. Here we go. 3, 2, up. 8. The number after 8 is 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Good. We're up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. See? Weak abs. Your boy needs to get in the weight room. Up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. All right. Last one. Last one. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Okay. Here we go. Grab your toy behind your back. Palms facing back behind you. Shoulders back. Lifting off. Here we go. 3, 2, go. Try to lift off that butt. Adding some neck stretches in. Making big circles with my neck. Let's pull apart on that stick. Push in together. All right, relax. How we doing? How we feeling? All right, here we go. Last set here. We're gonna clean up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. Up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. Here we go. Up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. All right. So we got our stretch. All right, here we go. Last one. Right, good job. Okay. Let me go back to the light dumbbells. We're going to work some isometrics. So we're going to hold at 90 degrees. We're going to be right here. We're going to hold both light dumbbells right here, and we're going to add hip flexion and knee extension to it. So we're going to sneak in a little bit of lower body work, okay? Strengthen up some of those hip flexors that get weak and short when we are forced to sit at a computer and listen to Microsoft meetings all day. Microsoft, it's called Microsoft Teams, that's what it is. We're going to be here. Hip flexion, knee extension, back in and down. Some balance work. The opposite hip, the leg that's down, that hip, that butt are going to work really hard to balance. We're going to work that knee out, back in and down, all while we're holding that isometric. We're going to do 6 on each side, okay? I'm going to start with my left leg up and out. Both hands are going to have a dumbbell. We good? Any questions? All right, so we've worked high rep. Here, we worked heavy, focus on the eccentric. Okay, now we're going to work some isometrics, all right? This is the hardest the body's going to work, is in that isometric position. Here we go. Holding at 90 degrees. Elbows into your side at 90 degrees. Left leg or left knee up. Kick out. Back in. Down. 1. Knee up. Kick the foot out. Back in. Down. Knee up. Kick out. Back in. 3. Knee up. Back out. Back in. Down. 2 more. Up. Out. Back in. down. Last one, up, back out, back in, down. Let them out for a second. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. All right, here we go. Other side, left leg is going to stabilize. Right leg is going to move. Here we go, 90 degrees. Up, out, in, down. Knee up, kick out, back in, and down. You all are definitely allowed to make fun of my hamstring situation. 3 more. 3, 2, 1. All right, good. Does anybody have access? We talked about doing some pull-up deals. We're going to work on some chin-ups. A lot of people that are struggling with chin-ups, I'm going to give you 2 pieces of advice. You have the ability to do a chin-up and hold at 90 degrees. That'll help us, the isometric strength, help us get stronger in the weakest position here, okay? So if you are able to get to a gym or you have one of the pull-up deals at your house and you're wanting to work on this, get a chair, get a bench, or if you can climb or jump up onto it, I don't really care how you get onto it. You want to get it to where you're set at 90 degrees, so your elbow and shoulder are at 90 degrees to your body, and you're going to try to hold that position. If you need to kind of have 1 foot on a bench or 1 foot on a step, that's fine. If you can hold it for 5 seconds, hold it for 5, hold it for 10. Try to work your way up to 30, 45 seconds. Work that, okay? Do reps of that. Make that your set of chin-ups, all right? That's one good way to do it. Another good way, if you have access to something that you can get lower, like a squat rack, set your barbell down low and then keep your feet on the ground and allow yourself to do a chin-up with your feet on the ground. That can be another good way. Focus there on a big full range of motion. I got one more trick after we get our second set here. We're going to start with our left foot stabilizing, staying on the ground, and our right foot or our right leg is going to do the hip flexion, knee extension. Still holding those arms at 90 degrees. See if this time you can keep your palms open. So instead of squeezing hard here, see if you can keep your palms open and work some more extra balance. Right knee is coming up. Right knee kicks out, back in. 1, up, out, in, 2, up, out, in, 3, up, out, in, 4, 2 más, up, out, in, 6. That was 5. Man, I'm telling you, counting is so overrated. If any of y'all are accountants, I'm sorry, but I suck at that so bad. Here we go. Switching sides. Right leg stays down. Left knee up. Kick. In. Down. Up. Out. In. Down. That's 2, I think. Out. In. 3. Up. Out. In. 4. Up. Out. In. 5. Up. Out. In. 6. Great job. How we feeling, fam? You feel pretty good? Everybody living?
Feeling good.
Okay, cool. This is a bicep exercise. We all feel this in the arms, right? All right. So, last little trick on the chin-ups. If you can, we're going to go back to that same, having a bench underneath us, getting all the way up in that chin-up position somehow, whether we climb up, whether we step up onto a step, whether we have a friend or someone who lives with us help us up. We're going to get to the top position and hold, and then we're going to slowly let ourselves down and control it all through here and especially all through here. I told you that shoulder and that bicep work together. So holding yourself up in the bar, and then letting yourself down, 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 let go, reset at the top. So it's very similar to how we do those eccentric push-ups, how we're controlling the lowering phase. And then when we get to the long position, like in the push-up, we set ourselves down on the ground. But we do the same thing here. Set your feet down on the bench, set your feet down on the ground, and then we'll reset to the top of the exercise. Okay? All right, friends. We got one more on this set. Grab your toys. We're going to start. Left knee is coming up. Left foot is kicking out. Right leg is stabilizing. Grab the ground with that right foot. Left knee up. Left foot kick. In. Down. 1. Left knee up. Left foot kick. In. 2. Left up. Foot out. In. 3. Up. Out. In. 4. Up. Out. In. 5. Up. Out. In. 6. Good job. All right, here we go. Left leg stabilizes. That left foot is going to be active, grabbing that ground. Right leg's going to do the ninja stuff. Here we go. Right knee up, out, in, down, up, out, in, down, up, out, in, down, up, out, in, down, up, out, in, down. 4, 5, 6. Good job, kids. All right. We're going to do a little bit of a stretch here. You're going to get down. Palms are going to face back. Okay? We're just going to gently rock back. I want you to get to about an 80% stretch. I want you to kind of try to focus on where your fingers are. So I'll use this kind of diagram. You see my hand, I'm trying to straighten my thumb as much as possible. We don't want our thumb to be here. We don't want our fingers to be kind of curled up. We want to try to straighten all that out. You see that? Straighten all that out. And then I'm going to actively press down with my hands. So I'm here, and I'm actively pressing down into the ground with my fingers, my knuckles, the whole hand, and then I'm going to try to lift off. There won't be any movement, really. If you need to make it harder, you just sit back. If you need to make it easier, you just come forward. Pressing down. We're really stretching out the forearms and that elbow joint right here. We're going to press down, press down, press down. And I'm going to lift up, trying to lift those fingers off the ground, lift those fingers off the ground. Up, 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 up. Relax. I'm going to press down, press down, press down. Lift up, really driving up, driving up, driving up, driving up, driving up. Push down, hard as you can. All right, come out. All right, kids, how do we feel? Talk to me. What questions we got? We worked our biceps in 3 different ways today. We did just kind of a regular pace with just kind of breaking down the full range of motion of the bicep. We did some eccentrics, so that's when we came up here, used a heavier weight to get up with our whole body, and then controlled it with the biceps there. And then we did lightweight isometrics. So we worked our biceps in 3 different kind of ways. Do we have any questions? Is there anything I can help you all with?
Quick question.
Shoot.
I'm sure you know skull crushers where you lay on a bench and take the weight behind your head. Does that work your bicep or is that like the back part of your arm?
That is all tricep. That is all tricep. And then, so the biceps have an intimate relationship with the shoulder. So do the triceps. So when you're doing that skull crusher, let me roll in here real quick and What's up, man? So when you're doing that skull crusher, and I won't have a bench, but you're going to be here. So not only do you want to bend and get long here, but just like the end of that bicep curls the elbow up, the tricep slaps actually do the same thing. So not only do you want to go down like this, and you don't want to go for your forehead, you want to go for the crown of your head. So you want to go down here. You want those elbows to drift back a little bit too. Give you a little bit of a stretch in this, trying to get this joint as open as possible as well. So it's two things. So it's flexion of the elbow, and then also flexion of the shoulder as well. So it's going to happen kind of simultaneously where you're going back and down, and then you come up like this. But yeah, that's definitely hitting the back of your arm in the tricep region, which I think Aaron has scheduled for us for like 2 weeks for now. It's called Tricep Friday. The alliteration isn't quite the same, but whatever.
Cool. Thank you.
Does that help?
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely. When you go down, you're not aiming for the front of your head. You're aiming for the top of your head, where all the hair that I don't have is. Somebody else just have one? I heard somebody. Hey, come up with something clever. Love it. You all have a great weekend. Try to stay warm, and yeah, have a great one. I appreciate you all. We'll see you all on Friday next week for a full hour. If you have any questions or anything, holler at me.
Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, Matt.